All right, let's just get right into it. If you're making around $40,000 a year, you know that most financial advice feels like it's written for somebody else, right? They're always like, just max out your Roth IRA. Which, yeah, easy for them to say. But here's the honest truth. Building real, actual wealth on that salary isn't just a fantasy, it's completely doable. And in this explainer, we're gonna lay out the exact, no-fluff plan to make it happen, one step at a time.
You know, I've been there. I remember making around 40K, and after all the bills were paid, I'd have maybe a couple $100 left over. It really felt like I was just treading water. But the secret, the thing nobody really says out loud, is that you don't need some huge six-figure salary to start building your future. You just need the right roadmap. And that roadmap, well, it starts with a little reality check.
So first things first, we've got to be totally honest with ourselves and look at the numbers. Not the number on your offer letter, but where your money actually goes month after month.
Yeah, that $40,000 a year, it's not $3,333 a month, is it? Nope. After taxes get their cut, it's a lot closer to $2,800. And once you pay for the big things, rent, a car, groceries, that little leftover slice of the pie gets real small, real fast. For most of us, we're talking a few $100s, tops.
And this right here is probably the most important mindset shift you can make. See, most people look at that leftover cash and think, okay, that's my fun money. But here's the secret. That small slice, it's not for spending, it's your wealth-building engine. It's the tiny seed you're going to plant. And to make it grow, we first have to get the soil ready.
So, before we even dream about investing, we have to plug the holes in our financial bucket. I mean, it's just common sense, right? You can't build wealth if your foundation is leaky. So let's go find the 3 biggest leaks that are quietly draining your money without you even noticing.
Okay, here are the usual suspects. High-interest debt. We're looking at you, credit cards. That stuff is like trying to fill a bucket while someone's pointing a fire hose at a hole in the bottom. Then you've got the forgotten subscriptions, those little automatic payments that just add up and up. And finally, lifestyle creep. That's that sneaky little habit of spending more every time you get a small raise, which just keeps you stuck right back at zero.
And this is exactly why that high-interest debt has to be your #1 priority. Just think about it this way. The stock market might give you a 10% return in a really great year, but that credit card, it is guaranteeing the bank a 24% return at your expense. Paying off that debt is like giving yourself a guaranteed 24% return on your money. Seriously, it is the single best investment you can make right now, period.
Okay, so the leaks are plugged. Now, the next step still isn't investing. No, it's building a financial wall between you and all the crazy emergencies life loves to throw at us. This is the step so many people skip because, let's be honest, it feels kind of boring. But this is the thing that makes the whole plan totally unbreakable.
This number, $6,600, is roughly 3 months of your essential living expenses. Why? Because without this cash buffer, one flat tire, one unexpected medical bill, it can force you to sell your investments or even worse, go right back into debt. It just wipes out all your hard work. This emergency fund turns a potential catastrophe into just an annoyance.
Now I get it. $6,000 can feel like trying to climb Mount Everest, so don't even focus on that. Your first goal is way simpler. Just $1,000. That's it. Break it down, set up an automatic transfer for $50 or $75 from each paycheck. Just get to that first milestone, feel good about it, and then you just keep the momentum going.
And hey, whatever you do, don't let this money just rot in a regular bank account earning you like 0.01%. A high-yield savings account from places like Ally Bank or Marcus, it's got the same safety, but it pays you 4 or 5% in interest. It's literally free money just for making a smarter choice.
All right, the foundation is solid. Your safety net is in place. Now it's time to put your money to work and start building some real long-term wealth. This, my friends, is where the magic really starts to happen. These 2 things are your absolute non-negotiables. First, if your job offers a 401k match, you must contribute enough to get every single dollar of that free money. It's an instant 50, maybe even 100% return on your money. It's a no-brainer. Second, you open a Roth IRA. This is an incredible account where your money grows and then in retirement, you can take it out completely tax-free. For someone on a $40,000 income, it's one of the most powerful tools you have.
So you might be thinking, does a couple $100 a month even matter? Oh, it absolutely matters. Look at this. Investing just $200 a month starting at age 25 can grow to over $700,000 by retirement. But If you wait just 10 years and start at 35, that same $200 a month gets you less than half of that. Your most powerful asset isn't how much money you make, it's how much time you have.
That right there, that is the beautiful, life-changing power of compound interest. It's the kind of math that can literally change your entire future. And look, if you're finding these insights helpful, do me a quick favor and hit that subscribe button for the Growth Mind. We put out explainers just like this one to help you win with your money.
Okay, now let's talk about the big one. The single biggest decision that's going to affect your ability to save and invest, and that's your housing. It's almost always your largest expense, which also means it's your biggest opportunity to find some serious savings.
So here are 3 super practical strategies. Getting a roommate. That can literally cut your biggest bill in half, saving you thousands a year that can go straight into your investments. Or what about rethinking your commute? And please, don't feel pressured to rush into buying a home before you're really ready. Getting just this one decision right can free up hundreds of dollars a month. That's money you can use to really supercharge your plan.
Whew, okay, we've covered a lot. So how do we actually make this all sustainable for the long haul? Well, it all comes down to combining smart defense, that's controlling your costs, with a smart offense, which means actively growing your income.
Here's the key thing to remember. There's a limit to how much you can cut from your budget, right? But there is no ceiling on how much you can earn. And don't try to do all of this at once. Just focus on one thing. Document all your wins at work and build a case to ask for that raise. Or decide to learn one new, valuable skill this year. Or just start one tiny side income stream. The goal isn't to get rich quick, it's just to create an extra couple $100 a month to throw at your investments.
And finally, we have the mindset that holds this entire thing together. Look, motivation comes and goes, but your identity? That lasts. When you stop trying to be a saver and you just decide that you are an investor, your actions start to follow automatically. You pay yourself first, not because you feel motivated, but because that's just who you are.
So let's put it all together. Here it is, the complete plan, all in one place. You stop the leaks, you build that safety net, you invest consistently, you get smart about your housing, you intentionally grow your income, and you lock in that wealth-building identity. This is the roadmap. This is how you do it.
You know, not a single one of these steps requires you to be rich. They just require you to start. The perfect time to get your finances in order, it's never going to arrive. The only thing that truly matters is starting today instead of starting next year. The real power is just in getting started.
Hey, thanks so much for sticking with this explainer. If it helped you see your salary and your future in a new light, please consider subscribing to The Growth Mind. And before you go, I want to leave you with a question. Looking at this plan, which of these steps, paying off that debt, building your emergency fund, or finally opening that Roth IRA, which one feels the most urgent for you right where you are today? Let me know down in the comments below.